my shoes and out the door. 5, I'm alive. 6, 7, 8, feeling great. 9, gonna shine, life is good. I'm doing fine. 10, gonna do it right and do it again, yeah. I look into the sky with all its beautiful color, but there's more than just for me, so gonna share it with another. I got to show, to give, let out. I want to sing and shout. Take a look and see a beautiful morning.
Been in here and people are roaring with laughter, so.
It's a dirty show, though.
Well, it's clean dirt.
You have here the best of the best.
Yes.
So we have many celebrities here. The Harley Madison come over here, and the Usher come over here many often, and the Paris Hilton come here.
Boy, I'm dating myself, but it's okay. Nobody else will. Oh.
That's so Vegas.
It's pretty amazing when you consider that 7 years ago, we didn't have the treatments we have now. We cure 80% of children with cancer. If you think about that, I mean, go back 50 years, we were curing 20 to 30%. This is the miracle story of modern medicine. We understand what makes this cancer tick. And of course, without donors from around the world, this just couldn't happen. There's one thing we're focused on here at St. Jude, and that's beating this thing.
Welcome to That's So Vegas TV. I'm your host, Christine McKellar. I'm here in the Las Vegas downtown area, the fabulous Las Vegas Arts District. I'm here with a lovely woman, Summer Massoud. You have a special talent that you were gifted with, and that is helping women be beautiful. And that's older women, younger women, people who've had serious skin injuries from just life or acne or anything of that nature. So, Summer, how did you become this? I call you a healer because I have seen, we have a mutual friend who's been using your services, and I've just seen, and your skin is so beautiful, and I've seen your restorative powers that you have here and all these wonderful products that you use. But when you were younger, you were born in Hollywood, correct? California?
Yes,
So the land of the movie stars and the almost too perfect, beautiful people. But you had acne when you were a teenager, is that correct?
Exactly.
Oh,
well,
tell us.
my mom, she was kind enough to help me with this matter and took me to every dermatologist to help me. And it was, you know, it was really hard to fight the cystic acne that I was experiencing. But after going to a number of dermatologists, I found some answers. So luckily, when I found some answers, I shared them with all my girlfriends in high school, and they're like, you cured my skin, like you're so good at this, you know, this is maybe what you're meant to do. And then from that point on, I just started reading and reading more and more, and then I got into understanding pigmentation, chemical peels, resurfacing, and I just loved it.
You know, that's kind of interesting. So you actually truly made lemonade out of lemon, because as a teenager, and I know this because my son had acne, and he really suffered horribly with that, and it can be disfiguring, but your skin is just flawless.
Thank you.
Sitting here looking at you now, and I mean, there's a lot of psychological damage that's done with kids during high school when that happens, but you're just not only, and again, your array of products here is really amazing, but you also use the essential oils, and they do more than just topical stuff. There's an essence of lavender, and like we tried a little sandalwood, and that actually helps calm people and soothe people. But tell us about what you're doing now.
Well, you know, with the oils, it's just a must for your stress level, and it just makes the whole facial feel amazing. And I just incorporate that with the facial. So the lavender is a wonderful way to calm your spirits, and they even say it's great to put on the bottom of your children's feet. So it's really great, And the sandalwood is just amazing. So yeah, they definitely relax you, and it makes the facial so much more wonderful, you know?
And you have different levels of facials. So we were talking a little bit earlier. You have the younger women. Tell us a little bit about these little cute trios sitting here.
Well, you know, being a medical facialist, I'm using deeper serums for the skin that will penetrate the cellular level. So the girls that have pigmentation, I use these products. One is called Diamond Bright. That's one of the newest Glymed Plus products, and it works amazing to help the little brown marks that a lot of women suffer. And they say like 70% of women at some point in time after 40 will experience the brown marks. So these will also help to stop the brown marks. And I've been using Glyminate for 4 years, and I am so happy with it because they're always in the lab creating new products, and they feel amazing. And I have to say, I've never had a return in 4 years since I've been using it.
No kidding. That's quite a success rate there. What else do you have here?
And then this one has stem cells and the DNA cream. And we have a new youth serum. It might not be new, but it's new for me because I just started using it for my anti-aging girls over 40. And it's a kind of chemical peel that you can use all year long. So it's a serum that you only need to do twice a week to brush out the dead skin cells. So for the girls that are, a little bit nervous about using a chemical peel, this is exactly the way to go. And these other two serums, the DNA cream, feels so intense and wonderful. And just remember, see, what they sell at Nordstrom's is really nice, but it's not a medical grade. So if pregnant women can use it, it can only work so deep. So these, remember, are on the cellular level. And then we got the Ultra Hydrogel and the Vitamin E cream. I use this every morning, and I truly love it because it's really light, so refreshing, and it really makes your skin feel beautiful.
Well, we're not going to mention how old you are because you look 20 years younger than I know you are. And that's, again, it's a testament to, so let's say a typical facial. And because I'm kind of a little bit older, and I'm very interested, of course, in preserving and looking as good as we can, as long as we can. So on a typical basic facial, what does that entail at your studio?
Well, I'd like to talk about the natural Botox Mini Facelift Facial.
Okay.
Not against Botox, I know that's a wonderful thing and a lot of ladies love it. But instead of just doing your forehead, you can do your entire face. Microcurrent is the most amazing technology of our times. Microcurrent definitely is the best thing that you can ever find to help give your skin a mini Botox lift for your entire face. And like I said, I don't want to put down Botox, but at the same time, why not get your whole face done for a third of the price? And then maybe the Botox, you won't have to use it as much, so you'll save money in the long run.
When you say microcurrent, is it electrically?
Yes, it's a microcurrent ultrasonic, a very low frequency. Gives your skin a charge and helps old cells to rebuild themselves. So when they die out and they become weak, it recharges. And I know that it does because when ladies come in and their face looks really tired from a long day of work, and I'm done with the facial, they look like they're ready to put on their dancing shoes and go out again. and they look in the mirror and they go, I can't believe this. And it just makes you feel good.
Of course it does. So does that, I think all of us know from the time you're 16 on that it's so important to cleanse your face because we have so many dead skin cells. So this process, you said that it kind of brings the cells back to life, but do you cleanse the dead skin cells? And then
I start with a great massage and a nice cleanser. But remember, we shed 1 million dead skin cells every day. So if you're not getting a facial almost at least every 90 days, you just have to come in and like once a month for the first 30 days, and then 6 weeks, and then every 2 weeks. So the microdermabrasion will take off many layers of your dead skin, refreshing your skin right away. Then I use the Dermasound to infuse like $500 worth of amazing skincare products, and it goes 4,000 times deep to the cellular level. And it works, because if it didn't, these ladies would not be writing reviews, being so excited and stoked about what I've done. And then I do a light glycolic peel just to help close the pores and make the skin more refined. So, and I am one of the only ones that do all three services together, because most places will charge for each separate service, and I put together a little miracle package to get the whole facial done at one time.
That makes sense, a miracle package. I like your style. And I love that your spirit, you really want to, I can tell that you're just devoted to bringing beauty to women, and we're going to talk more about that when we come back. I have to give a real quick shout out to my sponsor, the Red Roof Inn. They're on Paradise across from the Hard Rock. They're pet friendly. They offer free Wi-Fi and continental breakfast for guests, and they're close to the airport and the Strip. Don't go away. We'll be right back with Summer. Well, hey there. Welcome to That's So Vegas. This is our new studio in the famous Las Vegas Arts District, downtown Las Vegas. We're here to rock your world.
going to ask you how it felt to be breaking good here at the Bellagio for the National Center.
What you did.
Your last CD was My Secret Life. I wanted to ask you what your secrets were. Tune in and turn on with us in downtown Las Vegas. This is where the action is, and that's So Vegas. Welcome back to That's So Vegas. I'm your host, Christine McKellar. I'm here with Summer, and summer is coming. We're going to talk a little bit more about skincare products and things that you can do to protect your skin, especially as we were talking about in the last segment. And I love how you've named your products here and have them all in a row. But older women, you know, and I mean, face it, I'm not getting any younger, neither are you. But you look marvelous. You really do. You mentioned something, too, to the effect of how much women spend on their hair, nails, and yet they neglect their face. So talk to us about that for a little bit.
Well, that's one of the first things I tell the ladies when they come to see me. I'm like, how much money do you spend on your nails every month? Add that up for 3 months, and how much you add up every 3 months for your hair. I already did the math for you guys. With both together, if you're going to a decent, nice place, it's about $2,000. And how much are you spending on skincare? You're going to go to Walgreens, pick up something for $30, you're happy. And that's $30 every 3 months, and that's like, what, less than $300? Your face, of course, is the first thing that everybody sees. And so when I mention that to the ladies, they're always like, oh my goodness, you're so right. I haven't been paying attention to my face. And just remember, it's like going to the gym. It's a muscle. You have to keep working at it. You can't expect it just to happen one time. Even though the results will be amazing, you have to keep it up. And the more you keep it up and you train it, and it's also half of what you do by using anti-aging skincare at home. And trust me, in 10 years, you will thank yourself for remembering that and how you look maybe compared to all your friends.
So, good point there. It's never too soon to start caring for your skin. So even
Or too late.
Or too late. Well, I like hearing that. I mean, my mom was really good about, I always used moisturizers and things of that nature. So I always knew that it was important, you know, to care for your skin and to moisturize and everything. But, you know, summer coming up, I guess truly it's kind of redundant to say anything other than just try to avoid the sun. But how do you do that? I mean, can you repair skin after it's been sun damaged? Is that part of what you do?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Sometimes I'm really excited when I see a girl that hasn't had a facial for 10 years because I'm like, oh, she is going to be so happy when I'm done with her. Because we can actually go in reverse time now because of like the microdermabrasion that I have.
You love that, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
I can tell.
Yeah, it's like a state of the art. It's the one that they use in doctor's office, and girls just can't believe it. They have so much pigmentation on their face. Sometimes I can get rid of all of it or 70%. But you have to remember, you've had these marks on your face for 5 years, 10 years, 20. So sometimes you can only do so much. But the microdermabrasion is really the most amazing thing you can do, that you'll see a life change in your face right away. And it feels so good to see that when I'm done.
And how do you blend the neck and the face? Is that possible? I know friends of mine who've had certain cosmetic procedures over time and they couldn't touch the neck. I mean, short of taking the skin. But when they first came out with like what was that when they just scraped your whole face off about 20 years ago?
Dermaplaning?
Yeah, something. But they had to stop here because they couldn't get into the neck area, and people would have different discoloration. So,
well, if you get my Botox facial, the natural Botox facial, I always include the neck. The neck is so important. Everybody
you can do
knows
that on the neck.
Yeah, you know, I just have them lift their neck up, and they just go up like this, and then their neck feels so beautiful, because when you're blending your skincare, of course you want to go like this, and then you want to feel everything smooth. And sometimes if you're really nice to me, then I'll do your chest as well.
Okay. I'll be nice. You know, take me, I've been out in the sun. I played tennis. I was sailing for years, so I've been out in the sun a lot. And but we all want that little sun-splashed healthy glow. What do you recommend for that? I mean, how does one, without...
Well, you know, the thing is...
turning into a ghost.
I always tell the girls, I don't even try to push them on a cleanser or a moisturizer or an eye cream. I know you guys already have that. So I bring to the table a treatment serum, something you may not have, because it really does go to the cellular level. There is science behind it, and you can look it up.
The serum that you offer,
The
is that-
vitamin C, retinol, this
retinol,
new youth
right.
peel serum. They're very activated and concentrated products, and you will see the difference. I mean, the proof is in the pudding, as they say.
I'm going to actually step out on a wire here, Summer, and I'm going to ask you to be quite frank and honest. Take someone like me who has spent most of my life in the sun, and I always use sunscreens, playing tennis. It's kind of a joke because most of the women I know, our chests are redder here because even with sunscreen, we always wear little tennis outfits and the hats and everything. So what would you recommend? And I'm sure plenty of our viewers are in this demo, the demographic area that I'm in. How would you start with someone like me? Tell us how many times you'd like me to come in and what you'd like me to start with. So.
Okay, well, like I said, my best facial is the Botox facial. I know that would be a great treat. I start off with a lovely massage with my doTERRA oils. I give you like a little mini facelift, so you're very relaxed right away. Then I start with a microdermabrasion, and I go like 2 or 3 layers on your face, seeing the skin sensitivity. If you're turning a little bit too red, then I slow it down. Sometimes the skin is sagging a little bit. You gotta kind of hold it taut. Be real careful as I'm working on your face. So I'm just working on certain areas. And then once I dust all that off and I see that your skin is looking beautiful, I have a new special device that goes extra diamond tip around the nose. And it's the most amazing thing. They just came out with it. Image Derm, they're amazing people, by the way. And I've been using their microdermabrasion for 10 years. I just like to share the goodness. And so I go around the nose, and right around here, we have like 10 layers of dryness. I'm sure a lot of ladies can relate with this.
Yeah.
You ever put your makeup on, it's always dry on the corners. I can see the dryness just coming out by the flakes and by the layers, and then I go up and down, because sometimes people have like 100 blackheads on their nose.
No kidding.
Yeah.
See?
And then I just keep going, and then I clean that out. So right there, you're feeling beautiful. Then I take the Dermasound Elite, and that's when I infuse these high-end products into your skin. I pick the 3 that I think your skin is best, either these 3 or those 3. And then, you're getting amazing serums pushed into your skin. It goes 4,000 times deep. So, right when you exfoliate the dead skin off your face, it's very important when you're going to put on your face next. So that's why when you're putting these lovely serums and they're going 4,000 times deep, you are going to see the difference. And then I put a little peel in between there to close the pores. Then I put some nice moisturizer on. A sunblock, and you're pretty much ready to go.
How long does that take? About
an hour. And on my new clients, I'll always work sometimes even 15 to 30 minutes extra, but that's my love for what I do.
I know,
for people.
I can tell you love it, yeah.
And so, that's how I will take care of you.
And a lot of people, nowadays people are becoming so much more health conscious overall, and your skin is the biggest organ on your body. I mean, it isn't even just your face, it's what you're putting on after the shower or whatever. So you also sell these products in the studio. And you're located right off of Highland, I understand.
Yes, I'm located inside a place called Madame E.T. Mazur.
Wonderful spot. I love them. Yes, Rhea and Roby.
And
big shout out to Rhea and Roby.
Hello.
Yeah, they're so dedicated.
They are.
Boy, time flew. I've got to give a shout out to my sponsor, but we will be back for our 3rd and last segment with Summer. Don't go away. We're going to wrap up here with some tips for people, especially with all the different weather changes and things coming up. Big shout out to the Red Roof Inn on Paradise. They're pet friendly, close to the airport and Strip. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all, not one bill. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
The treatment doesn't get any better than what you receive at St. Jude. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
Welcome back to That's So Vegas. I'm your host, Christine McKellar. I'm here with Summer, and I'm a winter. You know how they used to do the summer, winter, spring, and fall skin tones and stuff like that. And speaking of which, and I've had a wonderful time with you. It's like time is just flowing by. We talked in the last segment about, and for an example, a woman my age, because as we get older, we do need more attention. And also, you have different techniques that you apply for different ethnic groups and for men. So there's an important difference, I take it, in different ethnic skins, Asian, African American, and Latin, I'm sure. Although it seems to me the darker the skin, the more gorgeous it is. I know generally speaking. So men too. Do you have a lot of men clients?
Well, I'll have to say I have 1,000 clients, so I times that times 3. So I'm going to say I've done about 3,000 facials. So of course I've seen every skin type imaginable. But I also want to say that when I see their skin, it's a lot like a personality. They're all so different and unique. So, when I'm dealing with ethnic skin types, I have one because I'm Persian, by the way. So I know exactly like the kind of microdermabrasion that they're going to need. Sometimes they can go really heavy. Some can go really light. It just depends on if their skin is turning color. And now men, they are less work, I will have to say. So I even give them a $25 less discount. They're just happy to be there. And a lot of men nowadays, they're really excited about getting a facial and getting their pores cleaned up and their skin looking bright. So yeah, I mean, it just takes a little bit of work. You just have to look at their skin because they say it's like a sign.
They're so hairy. If they grow beards and stuff. Of course, some women do when they get older.
I prefer they shave before they come. That would be great.
Interesting. You also have, and I'm so happy. It's so kind of you. You wanted to give a special to our viewers. So if they call or text and they mention That's So Vegas, tell us a little bit about that.
The first 10 callers will get 25% off.
Nice.
And so an extra 15 that will add to 25. The next 15 callers will get 10% off if they mention
That's So Vegas.
That's So Vegas.
That's great. I'm going to definitely have to book. I want everybody to look at me now. And then in about a month or so, I'll come back on air and mention, that I'm surely going to have to come in. And again, how often do you recommend that women do this and men?
Well, I like to put girls on, if they want to keep the magic going, they should come in 3 to 4 weeks, then 4 to 5, then 5 to 6. And then after 4 facials, I say take a little break. And then, come back and see me in a few months. I also want to mention that I have a new facial called the Marilyn Monroe facial.
That's cute.
And I have the Gwen Stefani facial. And that's for the younger skin types that don't need a whole lot of work.
Right.
So
mostly maintenance, and then I'm sure they're learning how to, take care of their skin as they go along. And Marilyn Monroe would then be for some, I hate to use the word middle-aged, more mature, I guess, women that...
Well, I'm going to think of her when her younger pictures when 30. She was like 30 and 40. So my 40 and 50-year-olds should get the natural Botox facial. 30 and 40, the Marilyn Monroe, because she's kind of like her a little bit.
Right.
And the Gwen Stefani are my 20 and younger 30-year-olds.
Oh, it's wonderful. I'm so happy that you took the time out. I know how busy you are. I mean, how many thousands?
Yeah, a lot.
And adding up all the time. And again, a nice shout out to Roby. Yeah. Andrea.
Roby, Andrea.
And how often are you available? 7 days a week, or you've got to take some time
I work
off?
5 days a week because I really need to recharge.
Of course you do.
And I do work on many clients, and I work 2 hours in between each person because some people need extra care. So I can only do so many facials a day. But if you call me, sometimes my books are filled, but sometimes I save 1 spot or 2, for somebody. So just give me a call.
Wonderful, Summer. And with summer coming up, women, I think, need to be a little bit more conscious of their skin. But I'm sure that applies to in the winter as well. We'll have to have you back in the spring, or excuse me, in the fall. We'll talk a little bit more about what to do in the winter.
Thank you.
Till then, you're so welcome, and thank you again for being on the show. I enjoyed it, and I love your whole line of products, plus the doTERRA. You can't be without the doTERRA oil. So till next week, I'm Christine McKellar, and That's So Vegas. I'm Christine McKellar with the latest Las Vegas entertainment updates for the merry month of May. The Springs Preserve Ohana Festival is a family-friendly celebration of Hawaiian and Pacific Islander culture taking place Saturday, May 6th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Commemorating Asian Pacific American Heritage Month, this fabulous event will feature food, live music, performances by local hula schools, cultural workshops, island crafts activities, an outdoor luau with kids games, and more. The cost is only $6. Fremont Street Experience has announced additions to its Downtown Rocks Summer Concert Series lineup. Headliners on the roster for 9 p.m. free outdoor performances include at various dates Theory of a Dead Man, Ann Wilson of Heart, Good Charlotte, Rick Springfield, Seether, Collective Soul, and Chevelle. For more complete entertainment information on this fabulous festival, please visit www.vegasexperience.com. A time-honored tradition in Las Vegas is the month-long Elks El Dorado Days celebration, which culminates May 11th through the 14th with PBR's Last Cowboy Standing, live music, a PRCA rodeo, and a carnival at the Las Vegas Village. The 83-year-old civic event has raised more than $4 million to assist local children's and veterans charities. For a list of El Dorado events, visit elkseldorado.com. The third annual American Patriotic Fest, which is a free family-friendly event that honors our armed forces, is returning May 18th through the 21st at Craig Ranch Regional Park. Featured this year will be a replica of the Vietnam Memorial Wall, a 5K run and walk, and a Ride for Troops charity motorcycle ride. The public is invited to view the Vietnam Memorial Wall free of charge and make rubbings of the names of their fallen loved ones 24 hours a day from 3 p.m. Thursday, May 18th to 3 p.m. Sunday, May 21st. A free public Kentucky Derby viewing party is going to be held at the South Point Grand Ballroom on May 6th, with doors opening at 9 a.m. You can earn food specials and complimentary drink tickets by placing bets at designated wagering stations in the ballroom. Guests can take part in an all-under-one-roof $5,000 twin quinella. Professional handicapper Patrick McGuigan, he's going to be there dispensing handicapping tips and tricks. For more detailed information and other timely events for the month of May, please visit www.vegasonlyentertainment.com.
1, 2, 3, 4, get my shoes and out the door. 5, I'm alive. 6, 7, 8, feeling great. 9, gonna shine, life is good. I'm doing 5, 10, gonna do it right and do it again, yeah.